See everybody on everybody's side. I can see everybody on everybody's side. We are live. We are live. Hello, ladies. We are live.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, we're going to have one amazing show tonight.
Yes, hold on, let me share.
As usual.
Yes, as usual.
Yes. And as we're getting ready to share, you know, we went live just a couple seconds prior to our usual time, so we can have a chance to invite people. Yes. And share, definitely.
I can too.
Yes. So yes, I guess everybody's sharing. And how are you ladies doing while we're sharing? How you guys doing?
I'm doing okay, a little tired. Yesterday was my baby's prom and graduation.
Oh, that's nice. Congrats. How did that go? Ms. Valian, you're on mute. How did that go? Okay.
It went well. It went well. It went well. Thank you. I don't know. Hello, Mr. Mandy.
How are you? Always nice to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hey, somebody looks tan.
I received your phone call. Thank you so much, Maggie. But I was with a client, so I had to finish up.
That's okay.
That's what I said.
Yeah, we all have, you know, a schedule, and I'm sure everybody's watching understands that. So the most important thing is that we get together and then we give them one heck of a show.
That's right.
That's all that matters.
Yes. And Ms. Vanya, I think you are all clear because everything sounds great.
I wasn't even speaking.
We didn't hear any static.
I didn't hear any static.
We didn't hear any static.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I sound great when I'm shut up.
We did not hear
Okay,
any.
you know static. We were having issues with my computer earlier, so it's just a little joke.
Yeah, I did not hear any static.
So how you guys doing? Okay, I'm not. How you guys doing? Well, we already have people here watching us. So hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. I can see you guys. And you guys know how you do it, or we do it. When we first start, we usually ask everybody to, you know, share and share and share. In the meantime, we are going to let you know that tonight's show is going to be no different than any other show. And I'm going to let Miss Kat, when she's ready, to share with you guys what to expect tonight.
Nothing. It's the same old. I don't know. I was a little surprised myself when she just said that. I'm like, did I miss something? Wait a minute.
No, Miss Kat, you didn't miss anything.
I was like, okay, what did I miss? Right. Yeah, so we just want to welcome everyone to the Maggie and Kattia show in my new summer do. So yes, today is already June 23rd. Yes,
already.
Unbelievable, but it doesn't feel like it. I don't know what's going on with the weather, but I want summer to come already. This weather has been weird. I can't deal. So anyway, so welcome guys. As you come in, please share. Like I was saying, today's Thursday, June 23rd. So yeah, the month is just about over. Summer is just flying by without even us enjoying it. So yes, please do share. And we want you to know this is strictly our opinion, as we always say. We welcome you to participate. We welcome you to really participate. Call, ask questions, tell us what you're thinking. You know, let us know you're there. Share,
Call the show.
Yes, call the show.
Too much to type. Called.
It's true. It would be so much easier if you guys could call. You know, you could probably get your question answered. So the phone number you can call is 305-546-9679.
Mhm.
305-546-9679. So yeah, we're still waiting on that phone call. And we, again, let you guys know, it is an adult show, but sometimes it's kids friendly. But as usual, we want you to be the judge of that. So if you're not at least 16 to 18, parents, just be mindful, okay? So yes, Coach Maggie, is there anything else you'd like to?
Yes, I do want to remind everyone that we are back we have our show on television. We started last year, and then over time, I realized that I really wanted to do something more than just doing interviews. So we took a pause and we just started our first show again. It's called Maggie in Shida Show. And it's a show where we talk about everything life, everything relationship. And the first show is out, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it because it's sent to the studio. They're just going to release it. They will send me the date, and when they do, I will let you guys know. I am excited about it. We had, there's going to be some great guests on my show. And if anyone of you who's watching want to participate, let me know. So you guys can also get an invite from me. You guys know how much I love you. So, whenever you guys reach out to me, I'm always going to do everything in my power to make sure that I answer to you guys. So if you know anyone who has a story to share and they want to bring it on television, let me know, reach out to me so we can put you guys on television as well. And I'm excited about that. And besides that, I think the next big thing we're working on, I gave you guys just a little drop of it last week, was the masquerade ball that we're having in Florida. Let me tell you, if you are planning on going to that party, you need to get your tickets early. So we're gonna start selling them next month, because right now we're still in the promotion, just getting everything together. So reach out to me so I can make sure I have your name on the list so you can get your ticket. Because let me tell you, it's going to be an event that you'll never forget. Masquerade Ball, December 10th, Miami, Florida.
All right. All right. I know we cannot wait. So yeah, please do. We're looking forward to you guys, and share it. Share it if you're not single, right? Maybe you might know someone that is.
Yeah. And we want the men to come as well, because it's going to be a single party. Although we're gonna have couples there, but the party is dedicated to single people on really learning how to communicate, how to introduce yourself with each other, how to meet someone and actually have a conversation and actually take it to the next level. So all single people, I'm calling all of you guys, men and women, to make sure that you show up, because it's going to be amazing. All right, thank you.
Hey. All right, guys. So are we ready to go to question number 1 or?
Yes.
Okay, so the title of the show, right, is Can We Have Healthy Relationships with People Who Have Been Abused?
And
that is the,
yeah, the title was like when I got it, I felt like, wow, this is something that we all want to talk about. But at the same token, I know that we'll just bring some light into it, and then we'll go on to other things. So I just want to acknowledge it, because that's the question that came up for this week.
Okay, so question number 1, says, is trauma from your past relationship holding you back from finding love? That's a mouthful. So yeah.
Is trauma from your past relationship holding you back from finding love? I mean, what do you guys think? Are you dealing with first of all, do you find yourself not really ready to date or to fall in love again because you're telling yourself a story of something that happened in the past well, this person hurt me. I don't really want to take chances again. Or, well, I'm comfortable where I am, although I want someone, but I don't want, someone to come in and inconvenience my life. Or, well, I notice everybody's telling me that I need to find someone, but I'm comfortable where I am. What is the story that you're telling yourself? Is it because something happened to you? Now you're holding on to the past, and then time is passing by, and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, everybody stay silent. All right, I'll start. Yeah, it can. It problem from the past, relationship that you had, especially if it was a very toxic or very hurtful one that you came out of, it can hinder you from moving forward. Even from relationship with your family, your parent can, the way you were talked to or the way they treated you as a child can put a limit to how you give yourself to someone, and how you're always watching to see if that person is going to do the same thing or hurt you. So you can be a little scared to move forward. Or even when you're doing that relationship, you're constantly putting that person in a position where they have to feel to compete in your past. The minute they do one thing, it's already remind you of something that happened to you, and you start watching out and you start saying, yeah, that person did this to me, they're probably going to do it again. So you're very cautious and very afraid to move on. So before you start any relationship, I would feel that if this is where you are, you should heal first before you even go into the next relationship and bring the toxicity and messed up something that could be very good for you. You have to heal. You have to recognize that you were hurt. You have to suffer, that you have to go through that death, I would say, because when you're in a relationship, you really do invest, especially when you think that this is a relationship that you already put all your foot forward, your best forward, you sacrifice a lot, you put 100% of yourself, and then it died, something happened. So it really is a death. So you have to heal before you can go into the next person. Otherwise, everything that you went through in the past, not only you calling it back to you, but you're going to ruin that, something that could be positive and very good for you. So yeah, you need to heal. That's why I don't recommend you jump from one relationship to another until you clear whatever it is that you need to work on.
Well,
okay, Coach Vanya.
Well said.
You know what? I mean, these are the moments that I've always been waiting for. It's so beautiful. It was so well delivered, so great. And yes, I'm really proud of you, Vanya. It was amazing. It was amazing. So yes, kudos to you. And yes, guys, everything that Vanya said, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, because we really do need to be mindful of these things. So I'm going to be quiet right now and allow Miss Kat and Mr. Mundy to share.
I kind of second everything that Vanya said. However, I do think that some people, I think it depends also on what type of relationship you're coming from. Some relationships you really do need to heal from. Otherwise, I think you will carry, and you may not even be aware of it. You might carry some stuff to your next relationship. However, I think some relationship doesn't, I think, that's my personal opinion, doesn't require a whole lot of healing. You may need to sit down and kind of figure out what went wrong and just say, okay, this is what happened. And then, and I'll try not to do this again to the next relationship. So I do think it depends on what happened, how much you invested. All those things have a lot to do with what you really need to do internally before you can really reinvest yourself in another relationship fully. also you have to see, well, let me not go there. So yes, I'm gonna leave that alone, right? I was just gonna open up another can of worms. I was just gonna open up another can of worms. So I'm
Well,
not
go
gonna do
ahead.
that.
Go ahead and open it up.
that's
Scott.
okay.
No,
I mean,
I
it's
just
been a
think,
lot.
I honestly feel that sometimes, you know, you hear people say to get over this person, you need to get under the other person. I told y'all I didn't want to open up that kind of. So yes, sometimes, you know, hey,
But that's just an instant gratification. You
but like I said,
from another one and you jump into another one. That's just for you to feel better physically, but it's not healing you mentally.
no, and like I said, you know, it all depends. It all depends because sometimes you do go into another relationship thinking that it might just be physical, and then it develops into something deeper. Again, I do think it depends on how hurt and whether you recognize
you're frozen.
how hurt you are, because I think some of us don't recognize it. I think I've done that, you know, but at the end of the day, you may realize it as you are in the relationship. And I think sometimes, depending on what it is, you may be able to work it out. You know, if it's something that you recognize and you'd be like, okay, maybe I need to do this or do that, or maybe I do need to not continue with this relationship. As long as you're able to acknowledge there is something wrong, then kudos to you. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Thank you, Miss Scott. What do you think, Mr. Mundy?
You guys are on the wall tonight. Well said, well said. I just trauma is it's something that is very important that you have to deal with, because if you don't, what ends up happening is your brain develop the skills necessary for you to cope, right? And so you find yourself jumping from one relationship to another relationship. And believe it or not, you end up being with exactly the same person that you as in the previous relationship. Because again, this is what you are accustomed to, this is what you know. And so it's imperative. And I want to echo Vanya when she mentions you need to heal first before you jump into another relationship, because without the healing process, the faces may be different, but the same kind of person, you're going to find yourself dating, attracted to the same kind of person. And you may not even understand why you're doing that, right? But it's because you are not healed. You have not stopped, as Kat said, to figure out what happened in this relationship. And if you were traumatized, what was the trauma? How were you traumatized? What this has done to you as a person? Because if you don't deal with it, again, you end up sabotaging other relationships that maybe had the potentials of being great relationships. But because you're always expecting the wrong to happen, you're always expecting the worst, you sabotage the relationship before it gets there, as a way of protecting yourself. So absolutely get some healing first, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I agree with everything everybody said, and I'm sure you guys, and I'm getting your feedback, and I'm going to read some of them before I even add anything to it. You can say that's right, Mandy and Vanya. Welcome, Jean Polycap. Thank you for joining us. Kessler, Joanna, and everybody else who is, oh my gosh, we have so many of you tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I so appreciate you guys. And Murd as well. Odessa, thank you for joining. Elsie, thank you. Cricket, Don. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Belle Creole, congratulations. Congratulations. I saw your post on Facebook. Beautiful. Keep it up. And Indifferent, thank you so much for joining us. Lisbeth, Miss Valerie Alman, thank you for joining us. So nice to see you. So nice to see you, Flora. Thank you. Thank you. And everyone else, you know, who's here, Reggie and Cricket. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for sharing and inviting other people. It really means a lot to me and to my team to know that you guys are sharing it and letting people know the work that we're doing here, you know, changing lives and really and focusing on relationships to make them better. So all I think I need to add to everything what everybody just said is just that I know we all talk about getting help, you know, do the work, but I'm going to add getting help from where? Because, you know, very often I hear people say, I'm praying God, you know, to do this for me. I would never discourage anyone to pray God, but God also said, you know, I'll give you all the desires of your heart. So what are your desires? Okay, so then you have to do the work as well to make it happen. So it's not enough for you to pray and just wait for God to do it for you, but you need to take action, because a prayer without action is just a prayer. There's no action to it. There can be a result without action. So my suggestion to you guys is if really to collaborate with someone who's compatible with you. You know, both Mandy and I are coaches and we're passionate about what we do. We work together and, you know, our clients, you know, have expressed satisfaction with the work that we do. So I can invite you guys all, if you have any problem in relationship, we're right here for you guys. And you know us, you already have a relationship with us. At the same token, if you feel like there's someone else that you will like to work with, the idea is for you to get help. And the help needs to come from someone who can coach you, or you can, you know, guide you in the journey so you can have the result that you're looking for. So it's not enough to say, well, I'm going to do the help. That means I'm going to help on myself. No, you cannot work on yourself. You need someone to help you. If you're sick, you can say, well, okay, I'm sick. I'm going to take care of myself. You're going to need to go to a doctor to give you the help that you need. So it's no different in relationships. You have a problem in something, find an expert in the field who can guide you through the journey. As you already know, you have both of us here. So, you know, reach out to us if there's any way we can assist you guys. That's my intake. Right, Miss Kattia, on mute.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
So yeah, Vanya, go ahead.
Question number 2. What do you believe was missing in your last relationship?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Cricket, yes, that's the phone number to call if you want to call. Yes. The 305.
Is she calling?
I don't know, but Cricket posted it on her thing, so I just acknowledged it. Yes. So yes, Miss Vanya, the question is,
what do you believe was missing in your last relationships? Sure.
All right, guys, go ahead. I can't wait to hear that one. Look at Miss Cat, look at all over the place. Miss Cat, what was missing in your last relationship? Come on now.
I need a list, son.
Come on, guys. For those of you who are watching, what was missing from your last relationship? What is it that Beatrice says communication? But Miss Valerie said absolutely love. Oh, she said she loved the show. I thought she said love was missing. What was missing, guys? What was missing from your last relationship? Come on, put it out there. Share it.
I do believe definitely communication was missing. And I think in all honesty, I think that probably was one. And attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think those are the things that and to a certain degree you need. I think sometimes with some people they think they're respecting you, and I think they kind of not understand truly what respect means. And I think sometimes if you have certain standard of what respect really is,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah. So I think for me, I would say communication, attention, and to a certain degree respect.
Yeah, I like that. Miss Vanya or Mr. Mundy? Valerie said affection from this military guy I was dating. Mert says that's really tough. Are you gonna missing without the guy or the woman telling you? Okay.
You can always know. You don't have to be told by the person. It was your relationship too. So you know what was missing for you. So with that extent, what was missing is accepting very little from that person and giving them credit. In terms, what I mean by that is that sometimes you're comparing what you had before and what this person is giving you, and then you're saying, at least he's doing this, at least he's doing that. So it's really low acceptance. You're giving the person credit for something, tolerance, giving them credit for something that they really should have been better. Okay. If the person, it's not me, but I'm just saying, just for example, if you're in a relationship prior and the person used to verbally abuse you or physically abuse you, and then the next guy you're in, they're not hitting you, but they ignoring you, they're not giving you attention, and you accepting, he says, well, at least that's better than that. So that's you not accepting very low, what's the word? Not
You're settling. You're settling.
Yeah, you're settling. So that's one. And if they are balancing the relationship. One is giving more than the other, and then you're still accepting it because you want this person in your life, or give and take, or respect and honesty. Yeah, it could be communication, but it has to be an honest communication. People can talk all the time. They talk and talk and talk and talk, and then not a word coming out of their mouth is honest. So it's honesty. Why you guys look at me funny? So it's one of those things that, yeah, so it's honesty, honest communication, balance the relationship, give and take, and respecting and not accepting just what they give you. Okay. And then to say, well, at least they hear, at least I'm not alone. So that's what I mean. I'm not catching the exact word for them, but example.
Thank you, Vanya. That was great. What do you think, Mr. Mundy?
All right. So for me, I would say peace, passion, money, respect, understanding, forgiveness. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So, yeah, it's a long list.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody probably has a long list. For those of you who took a minute also to think about the question, what do you believe was missing in your last relationship? I'm sure you probably have a list as well that you can share, because if that relationship was that great, you would still be together. So obviously it wasn't that good and you were missing a lot of things. So that's why you're out of it. So since everybody's sharing, so I guess I should be sharing too, right? Oh boy. Okay, what was missing from my last relationship? I think the number one thing I would say was honesty. Honesty, because I'm someone who, I don't sugarcoat things. For those of you who know me, you already know that. I say it like it is. And having someone who does not express his feelings, to me, is a problem. So it's very important for me that we communicate in a way where we're honest with each other and we are not creating stories. So that was number one. The other thing that was missing from me was love. Yes, I felt so deprived from love. It was.
Sure.
Say no more, Coach.
Say
no more.
Love was missing. Okay, and the other thing that I think I can share with you guys that was missing was the fact that there was no trust in the relationship. And there was fear in the relationship. So these are things that, a little bit of mine. So that's why I said, everybody may have a list of things that you went through. And the reason that when I got this question, I thought it was important to share is because I think sometimes we need to take a look back at the past before we move forward. Because too often we want to just fill a void, of emptiness because we don't like to be alone with ourselves. So before you rush into the next relationship because he kind of look good and smell good, and you tell yourself that he's good, you know, really ask yourself, what was it in your last relationship that you didn't like? And is this person bringing the same thing to you? The reason it's so important is because we tend to attract things and people that we are familiar with. So if you find yourself in a relationship prior and you were not happy, find out what the cause, you know, of the reason why you were not happy. Because if you don't recognize what it is, chances are you're going to attract someone similar to your last one. And of course, you're going to fall in love again because that's how you fell in love the last time. You know, there are some things that you recognize that attracted you. And halfway through, you realize, oh my gosh, I'm back where I left. So just wanted to bring that to your attention because too often I meet people who find themselves in a cycle of repetition in relationship only because they do not know how to recognize the signs of where they were and what exactly they want as they move forward. I really hope that you guys were able to get this. And if you didn't, for those of you are really listening and reach out to me, ask me questions about that, because this is something that can really make or break a relationship. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Right here, you can leave me a message on Messenger, or you can call the number that Cricket just posted, 305-546-9679. All right, guys.
All right. So question number 3, I like that question. Question number 3 is, if you didn't have to work to make money, what would you do with your time? I would open up 2 different things. I would look into doing a few things, but one of the things that I enjoy doing, I enjoy people doing it, but I would probably have some sort of, I'm not going to say a hotel or a resort, but definitely like a restaurant kind of bar atmosphere where a person could come and just have fun.
Manifest it, Miss Kat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna go that far because I know it's gonna happen. So I don't want to give away my my dream of how I want it to look. But yeah, something to that effect, or just a counseling, something open for women. But I would like to do that in Haiti. And just yeah, that's something I would like to do because I wouldn't have to work. So I would like to do something like that where it would be catered to everyone, but mostly for women, so they can get help, because there's a lot of abuse. Women are abused very badly in Haiti, so yeah, that's something that I would love to.
Thank you, Miss Kat. Appreciate that. Ms. Vanya or Mr. Mundi?
I would travel. That's my passion, traveling. I would travel. Oh, and travel. I would travel. And
nothing wrong with that.
Socializing more with my family and friends. Take a class. There's a class I would like to take. I would take several of that class. And that's all I could think now. And exercise more. I will have more time to exercise.
That's it.
And exercise, yeah.
Take care of yourself better.
Take care of myself better. More TLC.
That's definitely.
Yes. For me, I would be what I'm doing now, but from a different perspective. I will change my name to Dr. Love. Yes. And just go around and teach people how to live, laugh, and love.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
That's cool.
Places, travel the world, gather as many people as possible, just to teach them those three things: how to live, how to laugh, and how to love.
Right.
That is so nice. I love that. I love what everybody shared. You know, it's so funny. When I was younger, I used to watch Dr. Ruth. And be careful what you guys say that you would do, because there's power to our words. And sometimes we're not even realizing that we're manifesting things without, you know, really putting our head into it. And I remember as a kid, I used to watch Dr. Ruth. And I remember one day I was standing by the sofa and she was talking with a little voice, you know, like creaky little voice. I don't know for those of you who remember Dr. Ruth. And I'm just standing there and I said, when I get older, I want to be just like Dr. Ruth.
There you are.
Okay.
So here I am talking about relationship, which was something that she, you know, she was doing. But I was very young. And then, you know, I manifested it without even realizing that I did. And I didn't even remember this up until a couple of years ago. I believe I saw her somewhere on TV and I was like, OMD. I manifested to become Dr. Ruth, to actually talk about relationships. But she was also she's a little bit more daring than I am. I mean, she, you know, she used to talk about really hardcore adult conversation, you know, openly, which I tend not to do. I would use different words for it. But yeah, this is, I guess, if I had all the money in the world, I guess I would continue to really show people how to have healthy relationships, because it's so important. We cannot live, you know, with ourselves forever. You do want companionship, whether it's a friend or lover, you know, or family member, but we do need that companion. We are human beings. And just know how to love each other. I think that's what I would teach. And yeah, I travel all over the place, which I've done most of it already. So it's wonderful.
Yeah. All right. Seems like we all like to travel except me. I mean, I do like to travel. I don't like flying. Let me put it that way.
Well, we have some new people here. Josie, MC. I think these are friends that are joining us for the first time. Welcome, Josie.
Josie's been here before. He hasn't been in a while.
Shame
Shame on you, but welcome back.
Nice to see you back. Mert said exercise will be a good thing to do whenever you're not doing anything. Miss Valerie said, OMG, Dr. Ruth. Well, I would have thought, right? Definitely would have thought. Belcra said, yes, ma. So Lisbeth says, vacation. Valerie also said she would buy a share on Carnival. Valerie, you are on Carnival. At least 3-4 times a year? Yes, you need to buy a share from them. Belcra said a dance. She would write book. She would write and cook and dance. Definitely, that's beautiful. So, well, there's someone special who has never been on my show before. So I'm giving some love to Ron. Mwah. Thank you for joining us. Love you, love you, love you. All right, so let's go into the next questions. Cricket says, how do you guys on the panel hit the nail on the head for me? Thank you, Cricket.
Anya, go ahead. Question number 4.
Number 4, what can you and your partner do to spoil each other?
I want him to just buy me a mansion.
Money's too much. Money's too much.
We both very expensive taste. So yeah, it's pray for us.
Pray for us.
Yes.
So what would you do to spoil each other?
Exotic vacation, exotic cars. Yeah.
When you say exotic vacation, because I noticed that you have a brand new room that you're going to start. I don't know if you started it on Clubhouse, and it's totally exotic. should I say,
very
erotic.
erotic in nature. Yes.
Can I join?
Yes, yes. And sometimes my wife is actually going to be there. She's going to participate with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who are on Clubhouse, yeah, Mr. Mundy's new room, you know, it's
Well,
going
leave it
to
for
be,
Mr. Mundy, Coach. Leave it for Mr.
yeah,
Mundy.
yeah, it's going to be exotic, if you guys know what I mean. So, like I said, I'm not like Dr. Ruth, so I can't really say the words.
I'll explain it. Because we've been asking, I have a lot of people asking questions already. I want to bring erotic back into the bedroom, and there's a way to do it where it doesn't have to be. Again, I heard the word dirty because there's nothing dirty about consensual relationship, consensual sex. So this is really designed to bring in poetry language, the art of making love, and just show people how you can be in a relationship with your spouse and still be able to stimulate each other mentally, because a lot of us are not doing that, and it's preventing the rest from taking place. It's being able to know, it's just little things you do, the way you say what you say, and putting a little deep bass in your voice, or for the ladies is kind of whispers a few things here and there. So it's really I'm and the way I write is really I'm teaching how to make it happen. So if you are interested in learning how to do this, please join the club.
I'm sorry, we just
Good.
realized. Yes. Just
What
realized.
happened?
No, go ahead.
Sounds good to me. I'll get the info later.
Okay.
I do think what
On you, sometimes it may be slippery when wet. The womb tends to be slippery when wet. So I'm just saying.
listen, a little slipper is okay. Just don't want to hurt. I just don't want to fall and break my back.
Okay.
Look at Coach is blushing.
Who
No,
would have
I mean,
thought?
because
As
my
much as
own-
sometimes she talks,
Yeah.
you would think she's not that shy, but apparently so. But you know what? I do agree with you though. I do think that I think one of the biggest misconception with some relationships is that we're together, we don't have to do all that, and the sex is just sex. And yeah, but if I am with you and we have a connection, it is an important part of bringing us closer together. It is a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual thing.
Yeah.
So that is why, for me, it is important for me to have all that connection with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It is important, because when you have those connections, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And everything else has to be aligned as well. But when you can find someone where you can really be yourself, you're not afraid. And that's another thing with some people. You gotta be comfortable.
Yeah.
That you can't be with somebody you're afraid to be really. You're not that relationship is not the best. And I hate to say that. I think this is where you could probably find somebody having an affair, because if they find somebody that can tap into that, they're gonna do it.
So there you go. You see what you just say right there. Yeah. We have the domestic life and we have the romantic life, right? Mm-hmm. And somehow when we become when we are involved in a relationship for a long time, we tend to choose one or the other, right? It's almost like, oh well, because of life, the domestic life, we really don't have time for the romantic life anymore. The romantic life, we put that on the back burner, right? And you find that it doesn't really work in serious relationships. It actually destroys the relationship. There has to be this balance. And what I find is, it's a little secret I'm sharing with you. Erotic is the pathway to combine the two together. Is that simple little text that you send to your spouse to say, I can't wait to see you tonight because this is what I'm going to do to you, right? It's being very explicit and talking to each other in the same way you did it when you were fresh out of the box, right? Dating each other. You wanted to hear those things. You needed to hear those things. And it fuels the relationship, right? What happened when we become husbands and wives and we've been together for a long time? We no longer fuel the relationship. And then now you find someone else trying to whisper a few things into your ear and you go goo goo gaga because you miss it so much. Well, guess what? I can teach you how to bring it back into your relationship.
All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you think, Miss
Yeah.
Viola?
Well, what Monday said.
Ah,
But it's basically doing things that out of your routine for that person. I mean, we all, if you live together, or even if you're dating, or well, boyfriend or girlfriend, or man or woman, whatever you want to call your relationship, the basic things that you do, the role you play, is going extended to something else. Like, for example, if you're coming home, as opposed to your wife always cooking, you buy dinner so she don't have to. Do the little extra things, and she will do the little extra things for you that you like. That is not norm in the norm of, you know what I mean, in the regular way of moving toward the home, but doing a little extension or doing a little something extra. That's how you end up spoiling the person. And the more you spoil them, the more your wife or your husband become more in love with you. And the more, of course, and that's where the more they become in love, the more sex you're gonna have. So it's just it's just going the extra mile for that person to make them feel needed and wanted. And of course, erotic.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think, Coach?
Let me say welcome to Linda. She just joined us. So nice to see you, Linda. Cricket said yes, Mandy, clean, sexy, and classy. So yeah, for me, okay, to answer to the question, I was not thinking about just the sex aspect, although I have it's included in my thoughts, in my answers. I think the first thing that crossed my mind when I saw the question, what can you do? What can you or your partner do to spoil each other? I like surprises. I love flowers. So when my husband bring me flowers without me, without an occasion, it really brings this little, like makes me feel, wow, he was really thinking about me.
Mm.
And I love that. So I love those little things that make me feel like, this person missed me. This person was thinking about me. And I try to do the same. I'm blessed to have a relationship with someone where we don't have to talk a lot to tell each other what we want, because we just, maybe it comes with when you've been through a lot in life, so you learn a few things. So we come in the relationship where everybody has the role, but everybody, we still complement each other in so many ways. So, I mean, it's like, it's just a gift that often that I also say that God has saved for me, because everything that I would want in a relationship, I have it with my husband, and I'm really thankful for that. But in regards to the question, yes, sometimes, people want to do the regular things when it comes to the sexual part, those stuff, but then there are things that your partner may like that you don't like to do. Yeah, that thing that you don't, probably ladies, you probably don't like to do it, but he likes it. So kind of surprise him every now and then, and do it for him, or vice versa, guys, surprise her and do it for her, because, anyway, so I'm not as graphic as Munzie.
Let me help you out, Coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So for me, it's
I'm not that shy. Once I get over my shyness, I'm good to go.
Also, there are another thing that I think you guys can do, like kind of write some little love notes. Imagine when someone didn't expect it, they come home and, you went out and your spouse come home or your partner comes home and then there's a little note that says, I was thinking about you, I just want to say I love you. These things bring so much happiness in the relationship. It really warms your heart. It makes you feel like you really want to give more into the relationship. And also surprise this person by taking them to a place that they like. Don't wait until they ask you, well, why don't we go out tonight? No, just make a plan and say, well, get dressed and I'm gonna take you somewhere, whether it's the woman or the man. Just do those little things that the person does not expect. And last night we had a conversation on Clubhouse, and one of the things that was mentioned in a question similar to this was, let the person know that you need them, and that you want them, and that person is your best friend, and I think it's important when you're in a relationship with someone to let them know that, I have your back, and I'm gonna be there for you. So for me, these are very important in relationships, because too often somebody walk away, and then when I ask them, I say, well, what made you walk out of the relationship? Well, I don't feel like I was needed, or I don't feel like I can trust this person, or I don't feel like this person really cares about me. And the little things that I just mentioned are things that show that you care. But of course, overall, yes, I think sex is extremely important in a relationship. And and you guys know that I emphasize on scheduling playtime, but also you can surprise your partner on a day that is not play day, right? With something very sexy on, and use all the tips that Mandy just shared with you guys. Okay, I'm done.
But I think, just to kind of touch on that really quickly, I think because Mandy said domestic life, and then you have that life, I think because we're living under, most of us, sometimes it's financial reasons that kind of bring relationships down. And I think that has a lot to do with why sometimes people may not be so sexually active, or because they're so busy trying to figure out how we're going to take care of this and take care of that, that sex is really the last thing on their mind, which I hear people say a lot. But that, I think, is probably one of the things that couples need to be taught. We're not saying sex is be it, and that's the beginning and the end. We're not saying that. I don't think that's what Mandy's saying. But I think a lot of times people, they lose that connection because they're so focused on just trying to pay bills. Let's just focus on this and focus on that. That is all great too, but we still have to live. And sometimes people forget, even though I'm struggling, I still want to feel like Coach was saying, I still want to feel like I'm wanted. I don't want to just hear you complain about what we need to do. And you don't say, oh, babe, you look nice. So, babe, let's just put this to the side. Let's just lay down, watch TV. And it's not about sex. It's not about expensive gifts. It's basically making that person feel like, you know what? To me, the most important thing, one of the most important things a man could do for me is make me feel like I am important to you. I've got you. If you make me feel like that, I will give you the world. Because I know if I knock on the door, you'll be there. And I think most people, that's what they want. And then everything else will fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be genuine, because you can't fake that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fake you wanting or feeling, whatever it is. You can't fake those things. So I think those are the things that opens up the door to all the sexual fantasies. And I want to try this. Because you feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's all this, and then sex is just the damn icing on that big old effing cake. You know, there's no other way to say it, because that's, at the end, you want to go with a bang. Like, you know.
At the end, you want to be able to roll over and fall asleep, right?
Not just fall asleep, no, because you want to cuddle. Don't fall asleep. Hold me and then fall asleep. Don't just roll over like a damn dog. And then I hear you snoring like, what the hell? No, hold me and then we fall asleep.
Okay.
That's solidified. We had a great time.
I,
This roll over, it's like, really? And
If you rolled over, maybe you overdid it.
no, but listen, you know what? The rest is for Monday's show. Monday, I'm gonna come on your show.
Me too.
OMD. All right. Okay. Listen, you guys need to also come on my show on Wednesday night. If you guys go to Monday's show, I'm going to kidnap you guys and bring you on Wednesday
well,
night.
you know, sex
My
sells.
show. What? What kind? Sex sells. Yes, I know. But guess what? We need relationship in order for us to have sex.
Definitely,
so let me get you prepared and then I'll send you guys. You guys
Listen, it was just a little jokey joke. I'm not coming Monday.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Margaret says you're right, Katya. Margaret said unity you need. Usually people take it, that care, they don't see that. It's like a bad luck. That's true. Botany, so nice to see you. Cricket says exactly,
Hey,
Katya.
Botany.
Is in line with you. And Botany is also in line with you. He says absolutely. Oh my gosh.
See what I'm saying?
Let me see there. We have a new person who joined us today. Evelyn, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Yes, you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. You guys are too much tonight. Really. And Miss Valerie said, absolutely, Miss Maggie, same sweet nothing. Hello,
Okay.
Margaret. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Cricket says, Maggie comes to you, bless some woman. Mwah. Love you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. Okay. Question number 5.
Are you ready to party?
Are you ready to party in Miami?
That's the question.
That's the question.
When is
How
the
many
date,
of you-
Coach? What is
Huh?
the date? What is the date?
The date
December?
is December 10th. Guys, put down December 10th. Right on the chat, Miami, December 10th. Or should I say, excuse me, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, December 10th. Okay. Last week, we told you guys a little bit about the party, right? So earlier, we shared that it's going to be a masquerade party for those of you who didn't know. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you have your sexy gown ready, you know, whatever it is you're gonna wear, and your beautiful mask, you know, get them early. All right. The other thing that I want to share with you guys is also the rate that we got at the Marriott Hotel. Very good hotel in Heron Bay, Fort Lauderdale. The cards will be posted very soon. The invitation will be posted very soon. But for those of you who want to have your tickets, reach out to me ASAP. As you can see, we are promoting this. I'm expecting a lot of people to come, but we are allowed so many people. So if you wait for the last minute and think you can come in, you may have to wait for next year. Okay? Because right now I already have at least almost half of the amount of people that I'm required to have. Those people have already signed out and tell me they are coming. Okay? So if you are interested, it's going to be, okay, at the end, we're going to select half men and half women. As you guys notice that I'm not sharing exactly the number, right? Whatever amount of women that we have, that's the amount of men that we're going to have for the single people. This is a single party. Yes, if you are in a relationship, if you're married, you're welcome to come. But the focus is going to be on the single people. We're going to do something special for them. And we're going to really prepare you guys before the party to have a not a class, but really a preparation to what to expect during the party. So it's not just coming in dance party. This is a place where you're going to be educated first and then placed in a atmosphere where you're going to be able to have different choices, right?
Menu.
Let me tell you, yes, menu. So you guys that are single, you just can't miss this. Because if you're interested in finding someone, you know, to do the rest of the journey with you guys, that's why I'm doing this. Because I know some of you, you know, some of you I've known for years that are still single, and we're not sure. You want someone, you don't know how to get it, you know, you want it, you don't want it, you know, and then, you know, you're afraid, you don't want to be alone, but you really don't know what to do. This is going to be that space where you get all the tips that you need before the party, and then you have a chance to actually make it happen while you have all these choices in front of you.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I think might be a great idea for people that you may know somebody that you think you would like to get to know better.
Mhm.
Why not invite that person to the trip? Whether, you know, we're in 2022. If you're a woman and you see a man that you think you might know, he doesn't have to be Haitian. He could be whatever. We're not limited to only Haitians here. So invite that person. Tell them that you're going on a trip and you would like for them to come.
Mhm.
And, you know, and see, hopefully they won't find somebody else. There could be a little bit of a downfall to it. I just got to say that. But maybe that might be one way of, you know, you put yourself out there. Maybe the person doesn't even know you're interested.
Yeah.
You know, and that might be a way that you might tell them, hey, there's a singles trip and I would love to go with you, you know,
Yeah.
see if we're compatible.
Yeah. And,
You know?
and invite people. And remember, you can stay as many nights as you want, but the party is going to be Saturday, December 10th. So I'm encouraging everybody to come in early on Saturday morning so we can have a prep class, you know, in the afternoon before the party. And for those of you, if you're doing 2 nights, remember, yes, Mr. Mundy. Remember, if you're doing 2 nights, remember, if you have a friend with you, so each one of you would only pay just for 1 night. I will also post everything online on Facebook and on Instagram and all the social media aspect that I'm using. So you guys will have as much information as you can. And then reach out to us, you know, just let us know what is it that you guys would like to do.
Can I say something, Coach Maggie?
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
sorry.
definitely.
Mer just wrote, I don't know if I'm single or not. All I know, I have been living my life the way you see me. Yes, I believe I can fly. I don't think that's what we're looking for. If you confused and if you don't know if you're single, yeah, don't bring that to the table, because you don't want to start a relationship with somebody and you don't know if you're single or not. That's a big red flag. So you need to know whether you're single or not.
Yeah, and you should be someone who's looking for a relationship. If you're not interested in meeting someone, because the women that are coming there and the other men that are coming there, they're coming to meet someone, which is creating a space for them to be able to talk with each other and make it easy for them to, you know, have the conversation. So if you're not sure, if you want to have a relationship, you know, then bring your spouse, or bring a girlfriend, and bring someone to stay with you, so you don't have to participate in the single party. If you really want to join us, you can do that. But also, you know, just remember, this is a party for single people who are meeting other single people. We will be doing some background check for those of you who say you're not married. If we find out that you're married, we will not be able to attend the party. So this is very serious for all of us who are putting this together, because we don't want those women to come in and say, well, I met this man, I really like him, and then now he's married, or vice versa. So we have to be very mindful of these things. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I'll bring you guys more information each time we meet. But in the meantime, Yes, I think the last question, we don't want to miss that because it's so important. So we're gonna go through it.
Tell us 2 things that you're grateful for.
Yes.
Again, I'm grateful for working, having a career, and I'm working in my family. Yesterday was my daughter's 8th grade graduation and prom. I'm not ready, but yeah, but I was. So I was happy for that. So yeah, it was great.
Okay, Vanya,
Ah,
what are you grateful for?
still the same thing. My health, my family.
Wonderful, wonderful. And for those of you guys who are watching, please tell us what is it you're grateful for. Remember, gratitude is something very powerful. And each time you acknowledge something you have, it's like you're asking for it, but way by showing thankfulness. So you have more chance of getting this thing to manifest in your life. So what is it that you guys are grateful for? For me, I am always going to be thankful for you guys and for this space because you take your time and you are here with us every Thursday night. And also, I am thankful for the learning that I'm doing as well by coaching you guys, by working with you guys. I'm also growing, so I'm thankful for that, and for my family as well, and everybody else in my life. So for those of you who are thankful, Elsie says she's grateful for her life and her family and friends. Ms. Baba say her health, her family. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, and as we're getting ready to leave, I noticed we're 5 minutes beyond the time. Margaret says, I'm grateful for my health. Thank you. Please continue to tell us what is it you're grateful for. As we're getting ready to remind you guys, we have one shot at this thing called life. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, thank you for sharing your time with us. But we also want to remind you that this moment is all we have. Tomorrow is, just a promise, but there's no guarantee. So make sure that you take every moment to enjoy your life and own your destiny. So hashtag OMD, everybody. Yeah. Hashtag OMD, everybody. Thank you, Linda. Hashtag OMD. Thank you, Miss Kattia. Hashtag OMD. Come on, guys. Hashtag OMD as we're getting ready to close. Thank you, Vanya. Marguerite, thank you, guys. Hashtag OMD. Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Yes. Whitney says, I'm grateful for my life. So nice to hear. Mert says, I'm happy to see my sister's daughter's twin. Thank you. Hashtag OMD, everyone. I love you guys. Mwah. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Love you too,
OMD, guys. It's you guys. Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Please remember to share the video. Sharing is caring. Thank you.